Hi everyone, today we're doing a reading, a pick a pile reading. We're going to be looking at your blocks to love. So, today what we're going to be doing is practically actually a pick a deck. So, I want you to pick a deck. These are your options. As you can see, the first one we've got is the Night Sun Tarot. See how you feel about this, right? So, just pause the video if need be, take a few deep breaths, pick the pile or pick the deck that really calls you. You don't have to think too much about it. You don't have to be thoughtful about it. Just like be like intuitive about it, right? Like just use like the first one that calls you. The second deck that we have, or the second pile that we have, is called the Golden Wheel Tarot, right? So we're looking at the blocks to love, right? We're going to try and look, and of course through that, like a little bit of what's coming in, who's coming in, of course, but these are mainly, this is a reading to understand the blocks to love. The third pile that we have is the Cosmic Tarot. This is the Cosmic Tarot. And then the fourth pile, some of you guys may be familiar with this, is the Santa Muerte. Santa Muerte. So I want to mention before we begin that these two decks have been sent by a very dear friend and client. Just want to say I'm very, very grateful for all of you that send me more tools for divination, these wonderful gifts. I'm very grateful. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, and just a little note and reminder, take what resonates, leave what does not. This is still a general reading, so use your discretion, and this is not replacement for any kind of therapy or medical advice should you need it. So that's all. Thank you so much. See you with see you. Hi, pile number one. So this is the reading for you if you chose the Night Sun Tarot, right? So let's get on with it. I already pre-shuffled and put out a spread for you because I did not want to waste your time. So the bottom of the deck energy that we have for you is the Moon, and I feel like pile number one, like whoever's like really picked this energy, I feel like a lot of you might be feeling this sort of like this sort of like this sort of like darkness. I almost feel like it's almost like when you think about love, when you think about the topic of love, it can almost bring back very difficult memories. For some of you guys, I feel like you've been trying to avoid it. You've been trying not to think about it. You're trying not to think about love in a very loving way. For a lot of you, it could be something very practical, or the way you've been looking at it so far has been very practical. Like, who's the right person to be in my life right now? Like, does this fit in with my work? Does this fit in with my education? Or does this move fit in? Like, so it's almost like you've been blocking yourself from going too deep, or like just like engaging with all the silliness and all the the ridiculousness of love. So you're trying to play it safe is what I'm going to say. So that's the first thing that I see here. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. So you do want a new beginning. I feel like you do want a stable new beginning. It's not just wanting a crush. It's not just wanting infatuation. For some of you guys, you want a relationship. You want to be you want something solid. That's what that Ace of Pentacles is. You want an offer that really means something, and I feel like that's kind of what you're here for. You do want it, but I also feel you've got the Queen of Pentacles blocking it. So that's why I said, like, a lot of you guys have been focused on certain area of your life, like work, education. Like I just felt like for a lot of you guys there might be a feeling, right? Because we're looking at the blocks of love. There could be a feeling that it's almost like if I love, it's like almost like you can't have both. You can't have work and love. So that could be a big feeling that you're struggling with. The Hermit. Some of you guys have been alone for a while, single for a while. You could even be with someone, actually. I don't know why. I'm getting a lot of like seeing a lot of things for pile number one. So one of the things that I heard just right now is like you could be married, you could be with someone, you could be living with someone, but like in your head you're alone. You're not like. So I feel like if you are with somebody, it's almost like you see yourself as an individual entity, and that's a great thing. But I almost feel like almost too much. Like you're almost like not there almost. So I feel like, yeah, but I do feel like that could be one of the reasons where you feel like it's almost like you can't have both. So you could be too focused on one area of your life and it's causing this imbalance. You've got the Ace of Swords, you've got that Ace of Pentacles. I do feel like you really do want this new beginning. For some of you guys, you could also be waiting for a new way to think or a new idea to present itself, right? Like you want to get out of your head. This pile really wants to get out of their head. I don't know why I just heard Radiohead. You guys listen to Radiohead a lot? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm really just feeling like, oh my god, this pile probably listens to Radiohead a lot. I don't know why I heard that. I'm so sorry. It's just random. But like again with this Moon card, it's almost like for some of you guys, you could even feel like I've been in this energy for too long. Like I do feel like you're on the path, or like for a lot of you guys, you've been on that path of healing or change. But I feel like for some of you guys, you could be stagnated at one point of that path, and that's like kind of why you're waiting for this shift. But I feel like right now at this moment, you're too drawn in with that Hermit card. You've got the Chariot in the past. So for I feel like pile number one, you've taken a decision. You've taken a decision, a big decision in your life, right? Like it's like a path. It's not even like right, like what fridge are we getting or like what TV are we getting? No, I feel like it's like, oh, I want to live by these principles. This is what matters to me. That's what I mean by choosing the path. So I feel like some of you guys have chosen that path, and I feel like a lot of that struggle is about staying on that path, right? And I feel like again that work, that question about education, and feeling like right, I can't have both of these things at the same time because maybe I'm just like a ridiculous person in love. So I can't have both of these things at the same time. So that could also be like what's holding you back, because you're like, I've picked this path, I've picked these ethics, and I wanna stick by them. You've got the Page of Wands. Now, interestingly, there is something new beginning in you right now. Some of you guys could have just started working out again, is what I heard. Something new, creative activity, some kind of creative involvement within something that you're doing. You could also be feeling a lot of desire. That's so weird. Like, again, like, I don't know why. Pile number one, there's so many messages for you. For some of you guys, it could also be like, I want to be non-serious, casual flings. Like that could be something you're wanting, right? But again, like I said, what's blocking you is a lot of that work stuff. You've got the Five of Swords in the coming future, so there is this kind of like they could be having a fight with someone. You could recently like you may have a fight with someone. You could have just recently had a fight or like problem with someone, which I feel like you may begin to understand that a lot better or deal with that hurt a lot better in the coming future. But I just feel like it's gonna be here. There is some kind of conversation, there is some kind of conflict that just needs to happen. I just feel like this is a very important disagreement. Yeah, it's gonna be a disagreement, and I do feel like for most of you guys it's gonna happen, it's coming. But I feel like it's almost like I literally just felt like it's gonna give you a lot more clarity. You've got the Two of Cups as your desire. Beautiful, right? Like that's what you want, pile number one. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. I do feel like you want love, you do, but I feel like it's almost like you don't really understand what you want right now. Do you want a casual hookup? Do you want to go to the bar and pick someone up? Do you want to fall in love? Like, do you want to see this person? Like, there's all these things that you're thinking, and it's almost blocking your action or even blocking from creating that space within yourself. So I feel like it's almost clarity that you seek, right? That's what that Two of Cups is, not just a soulmate connection. Like, so if you're waiting for that clarity on this, I do feel like you're wanting something deeper. I'm not saying serious necessarily. It doesn't have to be, relationship, marriage, but I also feel like it could be something serious, something that means something to you, like a soulmate, but that also means that it doesn't necessarily, you can't define a soulmate in any way, right? Like it could be, so I feel like you want that kind of beautiful spiritual stimulation from a partner. You've got the Queen of Cups in the environment, so there could be a mother influencing your emotions right here. There could also be, for some of you guys, an ancestor, somebody from above, like somebody who's passed on. In your family could be a grandmother who's watching over you. And I feel like they see your struggles, they're here to support you, they're here in your emotional support. I almost feel like oh my god, it's so weird. Why am I feel like I'm channeling a lot for pile number one. It's almost like in all the times that you have those ridiculous dramatic moments, just know it's your grandmother or like that person like channeling through you almost, because I feel like they cannot see any injustice happening to you. So it's almost like you pick up on that energy and you may act upon it. You've got the Fool. So yeah, that's what I said. Like eventually that new beginning is coming. So it might feel like a bit of a conflict in the near future when you deal with this aspect, when you deal with this conflict of desire or conflict of emotion, or just like how you feel about love and like who am I now? Who am I as a lover? What are my ideas about love? Like, do I even want, like, those are the things that you have to confront within yourself. But I see that Fool as the outcome card, so that is beautiful, because I feel like all of that is leading you towards starting afresh. You're just going to be born again. You're going to be like 15, and you're like, oh my god, like my first serious crush, and it just starts all over again. You're so excited, everything is new. You have that first crush, doesn't work out, you have another one, you're so ready. So I feel like that joy, that like risk taking attitude or whatever, like just that joy of being of being born, of to love again, of joy, infatuation, all of that is coming through. But I do feel like I said, there is that conflict, that issue to deal with. So we're just going to quickly look at some oracle cards for you. Pile number 1, looking at the blocks of love. Let's look at some messages from the mermaids. Friendship. Yeah, so I think this is really important in your life right now, and I feel like wow, like it's almost like developing your friendships will prepare you for the bigger love. Like, and it could also be again like a friend, anybody, like your soulmate, or the person you feel like your next person, or the love that's coming for you next could also be somebody who becomes a friend first. Communication, yes, I think, yeah, so learn how to communicate. Think about your love language, pile number 1. Think about your love language, improve your love language, re-energize. Yeah, this is why you're single, if you've been wondering, because you need to rest, you need to get back and understand yourself. You need to take your time and rest. You've been giving too much before. Support, there you go. So reach out to your friend. I do feel like friends are an important energy. Like I said, Queen of Cups, it doesn't necessarily have to be a mother or a maternal figure, but it could also just be friends and support around you, sharing your feelings, getting comfortable with that, whether it's hurt, so finding those right people. I feel like first you'll just have to come out of your shell, right? Because you're the hermit right now. So I feel like start slow, start with friendships and share your feelings, get all of that out, and I think that's how you prepare space for a new person to come in. Gratitude and thanks. Yeah, I feel like there could be, because again, like staying too long in the moon, and it's like the moon energy is not bad, but sometimes too much yin can also mean less action. So again, like coming out, sharing that joy, sharing those feelings, being grateful, remembering what you're grateful for. I know they all sound ridiculous, but it is important. Meditation to dig deep. Yeah, that's what I mean. Because you are in that hermit energy. Use it. Go deeper. Find yourself. Ask those questions. Re-energize, Use your friend's support, like to be able to go that deep, Fire magic. Yes. Inspiration, yeah, like whatever aspect of your life, if you're having to focus too much on stability, material, or just finances, I feel like bring that back, put some energy into finding inspiration. Oh my god, the message came in, I'm so sorry about that, but I really feel there is a message coming for you. I seriously mean it. I just feel like pile number 1, it's almost like inspiration is on its way. You have to create that space. So I would say try and do a meditation, or try and like set an intention out there, light a candle for that creativity. But of course, show your gratitude and thanks, donate, right? That will help you balance energy, karma, if you guys been wondering. Donate generously to the right places, help the animals, people, children around you. Meditation to dig deep. So again, spending time with yourself, going deeper, and questioning yourself. Yeah. So I hope that was useful. Pile number 1, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like this video, which will encourage me to continue making more and more. And thank you. Until next time, if you'd like to tip me, leave me a tip on PayPal. I'm gonna put the link down below. I really do appreciate all the help that comes from you. Bye. This is a reading for those of you guys that picked pile number 2, the Golden Wheel Tarot. So I've already pre-shuffled and laid out the cards for you so as to not waste your time, because we're going to be going deep in this reading. We're just looking at what are the blocks to love. As I always say, take what resonates, leave what does not. This is the gender reading. You've got the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like there's almost like a conflict of interest in your life. I feel like pile number 2, I feel like there's almost like you've got the Queen of Cups. So you are in your feelings, pile number 2. Whoever has picked this pile, you are in your feelings. You could also be somebody who has this energy of you could be a very emotional person, you could be a very intuitive person, you could also be a very gentle person. I'm almost hearing like you are really sensitive. You're really sensitive. You can pick up on energies. You know, you have a strong sense of intuition. You know what's coming. You could even have very intense dreams. I also feel like you could also be somebody who occupies a certain position in people's lives, where you could be an emotional caretaker. You could also be somebody who's whose job is to be a giver. I hear teachers, a lot of teachers in this pile, a lot of spiritual teachers, or like, for some of you guys, pile number 2, you could also be like that person in the family, that kid who's always like feeling everything, picking up on everyone's energy, recognizing the trauma in your surroundings. So just feel like there's a lot of energy that you pick up. Like, I'm already feeling like my heart is like, like overwhelmed in your reading, pile number 2. I kid you not. You've got the Two of Pentacles coming out of a place of being between a rock and a wow. Like just having to make some difficult decisions, having to make certain difficult decisions, but also being confused for a very long time. I also feel like that confusion could have lasted for pile number 2 for a long time. For some of you guys, even years, about like, what direction does my life go in. This could be about very practical things as well. You could also be a very indecisive person. I'm sensing a lot of Libra, I'm sensing a lot of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy here. Even if you have a fire sign, I feel like you could have a lot of water placements or water houses that's giving you this energy. You've got the Fool at the bottom, at the foundation of this reading. You want a new start. You really do want a new start. That's what you want. You want to start over. I feel like there's a part of you which is like, I've done. You want to end this old cycle. So this is what's going on, like, because now it's making sense, because I've been looking at your cards and I'm like, okay, what's going on for pile number 2, right? But it always unfolds as we go. So you've got the Death. You want this, you want to end the cycle, right? You want to begin a new one. You want to end it to begin a new one, right? Simple as that. That's what you want, right? You want to end this cycle to begin a new one. I think you're on your way, pile number 2, because I see the Ten of Swords blocking this Death. So there's two things here. Right? Some of you guys, this is depression, right? This could be something you're very actively dealing with. It's still here. It's still a monster. It's still bothering you. It's in your life. This energy is present. For others of you, and if it's not depression, then there is something that you're not being able to fully acknowledge and deal with. Like, I want you guys, like, I would definitely encourage pile number 1, deal with the pain, because that's what's going to end this cycle. Because you want to end a certain cycle so that you can begin afresh. Yes, you will begin afresh, but you need to end this cycle, and for that you have to acknowledge this pain. You have to go within, you have to deal with it, you have to feel your feelings. They can be ugly feelings. You may have to cry for a few days, you may have to get away from everyone for a few days, but do it. It's completely worth it. Go through it. You will feel that cycle ending. I don't know why I literally heard this. You're going to physically feel it. You're going to physically feel it. You're a very intuitive person. You've got that Queen of Cups. You're going to feel it in your body and soul. You're going to feel like stuff leaving your body, trauma leaving your body. Like, I don't know, I just felt that. Like, I really felt that strongly. You've got the Hanged Man, right? So this is in your present. You've surrendered. And for some of you guys, like you've surrendered in a good way. I feel like this is in a good way. Like, at this moment, for a lot of you guys, and this is because of the pandemic, of course, like we have no control over our environment, almost like we have no control over the COVID-19, strains and the mutations and everything. So it could also be that, like maybe just COVID has pushed you, or like I said, it's been going on for a few years, right? Making certain choices. The choice that you made could also be that of surrender. It could be a spiritual choice that I no longer want to try and control my life. I just want to see how everything comes and how everything goes. And I feel like part of letting go of that control is dealing with this pain. And that's why I said the Ten of Swords, like deal with it, acknowledge it, and work with it. You've got the Ace of Pentacles in your near future. So there's a new financial opportunity coming your way. This could also be an opportunity to take care of yourself, take care of your health. And for some of you guys, this could also be a business partnership. Now, this looks very, very exciting. This could also be starting a new educational course. But I just feel like it's starting a new course in your life with that Ace of Pentacles. You've got the Four of Wands as your desire. You want the happy family. You want the structure. For some of you guys, it could also be like, if you have already marriage in your life, or you have already a partnership, companionship in your life. This could also be wanting a community. This could be wanting to do a business with your friends. Something that is sort of a passion project and involves other people, but it's something like a dream project. That's what I feel. And like for others, like I said, it's just companionship, friendship, marriage, but something that's more of a structure, something that's grounded, love that's grounded, love that, keeps giving. You've got the Justice. You've got the Justice in your environment. Now, again, this is a very interesting energy. There could be a Libra around. Or just generally, I feel like there is an energy of balance in your life. And that's why I started the reading with, I feel like you're coming from big choice, many, many years. Yeah, I feel like this is clearing out the karma, or like balancing all of that of many, many years. So that's why it's a big energy. That's why I'm asking you to engage with the pain, get help for the pain. Speak with a therapist. You've got the Seven of Pentacles as the outcome card. Now, this for me is literally like you reaching a certain point and wondering, was it all worth it? Sorry. So I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is something that you have been, like, I feel like this is the outcome card. So I do feel like there is a questioning of a structure. And I feel like, again, that could be also coming with that Seven of Swords, like that question that you have avoided for so long, that pain that you have avoided for so long. I feel like this question is about, like, what is worth it? Was the effort that you've put in something, you're going to question yourself, you're going to sit down, you're going to be like, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Like, it's like looking back and being like, oh, I planted all these cabbages, but do I even like cabbage anymore? Is this even great? Like, has it left my land completely? Like, was it even the right thing to grow? Can I even sell cabbage? Did I ever even want cabbage? If that's what you are, a cabbage farmer in this case. So I'm just going to look at some additional messages for you from the Mermaid Oracle. Let's see. The hope. Yes. So this, again, if you've been in a very dark and difficult period of your life, I want to say that there is hope for you. There's a lot of love, letting go. Yeah, something needs to go here. It could also be like letting go of a cycle in your life, somebody in your life, some structure, company, foundation, marriage. Could be anything. A pattern, decisions, like I said. You will not be able to avoid it after a point. I just feel like that's when I see that decision card, I feel like there's a point after which you cannot avoid it. Free spirit, that's who you are. Remember, this card I feel almost has come as a reminder. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget the core of your being. Mystery, yes. And I feel like a lot of you guys are like, I want to know what's coming now so I can make a decision accordingly. The universe is like, no, it needs to remain a mystery. That's where the joy is at. That's where the gift is at. And it's good, you're going to be surprised. But I feel like you got to trust that hope, that ray of hope. And letting go, again, making that decision is going to help you. It's going to help you be who you are again. Plant the seeds. That Ace of Pentacles. Make the move. right? Like again, if it's a ritual, if it's literally planting a seed because you want a garden, you know. Um, let's start it. Do that first thing. You know, do that first thing. Inspiration and courage. Ask for help if needed from the gods, from your own heart. Um, even watching something inspirational, documentaries about people that inspire you, reading about people who inspire you. Earth magic, get grounded, put your feet in the grass, walk with bare feet on the grass, you know, go look outside, look at the sunset, look at the sunrise. Be with yourself for a bit, you know, be with yourself for a bit. Don't just be in here. Be here, like come back to your body. So those are the messages for you. Pile number 2, very intense reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And if you'd like to leave me a tip, I'm going to leave a link down below to my PayPal, and all the contributions would be really like mean a lot to me. So thank you so much. Thank you. Lots of love. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is for those of you that, where is it? This is for those of you that picked the Cosmic Tarot, right? So we're just looking at what are the blocks to love, okay? I'm just gonna start. So I already shuffled, and spread your cards before we begin so that we don't have to waste any time and we can get right into it. So the bottom of the deck energy that you have is the Princess of Wands. I'm strongly sensing that this deck is there's a lot of fire sign energy, either, like, you know, and I feel like a lot of you guys could feel very youthful. There could be a new idea that you want to run with. That's like the energy that you have. I'm feeling like David Bowie. Like there's a lot of performer energy. There's a lot of different like alien vibes. Like maybe you believe in aliens. Maybe you are like, you know, you're like neon colors. Why? It's just, I feel like this pile, you're like, there could be a strong Aquarius vibe. Like even if you're not Aquarius, don't have Aquarius placements, there's just this, you're different, you're interesting. Sun conjunction Uranus in some of you guys' chart, like Venus conjunct, like, you know, there's something different about you, there's something exciting about you. You're ready to make changes, you're ready to like, you know, you're ready to like challenge yourself and other people when it comes to aesthetics and how you look and how you portray yourself and how you behave, maybe even. So pile number 3, you've got the Princess of Pentacles in your recent past. So maybe there is like this energy of you like slowly trying to settle yourself down in some ways. Now that doesn't necessarily again have to mean, you know, house, marriage, baby, and the carriage, but more just like, you know, just work. This could be education, this could be about like securing finances, looking at insurance, like these kind of things. This could, and also your health for a lot of you guys could also be just like, because I'm hearing health very strongly, like so body and health care, doing a yoga course, speaking to a nutritionist. Like there's so many things that I feel like this pile number 2, 3, you have this energy of like, let's settle down, let's take care of these practical, boring things, let's move slowly. And I feel like this has been a lesson to you, this is something you've learned and now you're embodying it. So I feel like that could be this sort of new aspect of your life that's opening up to you and has started in the recent past, like maybe 3 or 4 months. You've got the Prince of Wands. So what you want here, I feel like very much like you're looking, because you've got the Princess of Wands, you've got the Prince of Wands. You want somebody who can match your energy. I do feel like it's like you don't want somebody who's already set their ideas. You want a youthful person, a person who's open to new ideas, somebody who can understand who you are. You don't want somebody who's already grown old, like, you know, the day they were born. You want someone who's excited about the same things as you are, who's a bit ridiculous and funny. And it's not just like you want that kind of lover, but I feel like you want those kind of friends. You want those kind of people around. That's the energy that I'm sensing doing here? You've got the Queen of Swords. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, like I said, like, right? Big Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, air sign, fire sign energy here. But oh my god, you have this, like, really, this. I feel like you want to step into this rational side of being the Queen of Swords and be like, you're trash, get out of my house. You know, I mean, that's a ridiculous thing to say, but like, you get the idea. Like, your energy is trash, get away from me. You want to be able to get to that place to be able to say that to people, like, in whatever way that you speak, in whatever way that you articulate. Doesn't necessarily, you know, don't get too hung up on the words. Words in itself mean nothing, right? You understand that, pile number 3. I think you understand all of these ridiculous things. But you've got the blockage here as justice. So this is that weird thing where I feel like, again, some of you guys could be studying law. Again, ridiculous. So this could be that education getting in the way. But I think I genuinely feel that, and I think this is really what I think it is. I think, you know, you guys always want to be kind and nice to other people. Like, it's something that's, like I said, that's why I said Uranus Sun conjunction, very Aquarian vibe. You want to take care of other people. You know, you want to tell another person, you may be angry with them. Somebody might be stealing your money. You might be angry and you might want to call them trash, but you're like, no, but there's the association of trash to this, and, you know, class structure, and like the history of oppression, and the meaning of trash, and like the etymology of trash, and like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just so many ways in which you're like, no, that's not a nice thing to say. That's not a structurally appropriate comment to make, or I don't believe in speaking to people like this. But I feel like it almost, like, maybe you're like overly trying to protect other people, almost to the point where you don't say what you feel, right? That's that 5 of Wands. Do justice to yourself. What's getting in the way is that you're trying to do too much justice for others. You're trying to make that space for others. You're trying to be open. That's wonderful. Keep that about you. Maintain that about you. But make that space for yourself. You've got that 5 of Wands. You're constantly in conflict with yourself around this, right? Because you always want to be the majestic. But you have to remind yourself, okay, part number 3, I really, you know, you're wonderful. I can see that you've got this amazing energy. You're very class conscious, very caste conscious, or race conscious. Wherever you are, you're very conscious of your privileges or the lack thereof, you know, or understanding the structures of society. Like, you understand it. You really, you can see society from the outside. Now, whether that's your education, I don't think it's just education, because I think even if you study all of this, you don't necessarily get it, but I feel like you really get it. But I feel like don't, like, not do justice by yourself during that period, right? Like, make sure to do that. You're important too. Like, you're part of society. You need to be treated well. So if somebody's stepping on top of you, you can be like, okay, get away. You're not nice for doing that. Doesn't matter if, you know, whatever, structure, class, whatever, gets in the way of, like, me thinking I can't, you know, like, I wouldn't say be mean to people unnecessarily, but, like, take care of yourself, defend yourself when needed, right? Like, don't come back home and, like, feel like you didn't do enough, or you didn't say what you feel. So in any way, like, find that means of expression for yourself. Like, make those boundaries. That doesn't make you a bad person. It's not an unjust thing to do. Like I said, do justice by yourself. Use those morals, but also, like, you know, use them for yourself. Like, do I deserve this? Do I deserve kindness in this situation? Think about it that way. The 7 of Pentacles. You guys may be wondering about work. Some of you guys could also, like, you know, be wondering, like, all the efforts that you've put in, have they been worth it? That's a big question that you have going on right now. You've got that 5 of Wands. There's a big conflict. I feel like you're resolving something on the inside. You're working on yourself, you know, and I think it's almost like part of that deep research about yourself that you realize, okay, the 7 of Pentacles, was it worth it? You know, was some of that worth it? So this is a good time. Use this time to question, write down, take notes, speak to a counselor if needed, or just try and structure these thoughts and sort of, like, you know, sit with them, deal with them. Definitely, you've got the Star coming up in the near future, so there is a rebirth happening. All of these things that you're feeling, all of these uncomfortable feelings, this kind of, like, no man's land, somewhere in the middle. Like, this is a good place to be in, because I feel like that star, that rebirth card is here. Something new and fresh, a newer and fresher version of yourself is presenting itself. So I do feel like that old skin is coming off, but right now, for now, you have to just scrub and scrub and scrub, and you got to see, like, okay, where did the decoloration happen, la la la, and so on and so forth. Sorry, I'm just using the worst examples, but I just don't know. I can't help it. I can't help the energy today. You've got the Four of Cups in your environment. Yeah, so I feel like some of you guys are just bored. You guys are just plain bored. And I feel like it's almost like the boredom has led you to this question, like, okay, what is absolutely not working? What is the reason? Like, and like I said, I really feel like for you guys, it's too much. You don't do justice by yourself in the process of being nice to other people. So that's what I would say. Dive deep, dig deep into the question of why is it like that? Why is it that you always have empathy for others but not yourself? That is the question you want to ask yourself. That is the question you want to look into your childhood for answers. Like I said, the Seven of Pentacles. This is the time to dig in deep. It allows you to have this rebirth. It allows you to have this rebirth, right? So once you want new inspiration, you want something new coming in your life, you've got the Ten of Cups. I'm telling you, you're like this much away. Like, I feel like you're this far from finding contentment. You're this far. I'm not saying it's going to be forever, the contentment, but I feel like for a good amount of time, you're going to feel like, wow, I found the key to my happiness. Now, of course, remember, gender reading, but also the fact that you're going to keep finding that again and again. But really, you guys, outcome, Ten of Cups, the most beautiful cards, blocks to love. This is love. Now, whether that's external love from somebody, if this is here, then you can have it all with your soulmate, have it all with the universe, have it all with a bunch of mates. But like, you get what I'm trying to say? I feel like you'll unlock that capacity to create love in yourself, and that is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. It's in your outcome. It's literally here to happen. I just feel like, go deep, go question yourself, go create time to work with a therapist, because I feel like this contentment is a matter of months away. It's here for you. It's gonna happen for you. Absolutely, it's in your destiny. Pile number 3. But you gotta go deeper. You gotta go deeper to find those answers. Go with the flow. Allow things that need to happen. If there's any endings, if there's any truth revealed about people, don't deny them. Gentleness. Be kind with yourself. Even in this period of boredom, even when you're thinking unkind thoughts about other people, as long as they're just thoughts, be kind with yourself. Discernment. Yes, I feel like, again, people in your environment, you need to have stronger boundaries, right? Pile number 3. Decision. Somebody needs to go. Something needs to go. It could also be just a bunch of people. Turn away. I said somebody needs to go. Oh my God. So again, an existing relationship could be ending, or just this could be like, I feel like, even if you've ended a relationship, it's like burying the scandal. Okay, no, I don't know why I heard that. But burying the skeleton once and for all. Positivity. Yeah, that's the other side of the game, and I do feel like it's coming, but you need to make certain decisions. You need to make space, and you need to just admit what is for what it is, even if you don't want to admit those things about people. Change in progress. Yes, you are growing. This is an affirmation, even if it feels like shit right now. Prosperity and abundance is what's coming. That Ten of Cups. See, I told you. Sun and stars. Look for inspiration. In fact, it's very important. Look at the sunset, right? And the sunrise. So I feel like endings and beginnings are inevitable. That's just a part of nature. Like, a day has to end and a day has to begin again. Like, another day has to begin again. So just feel like it's like reminding yourself that you're no different. You're just a part of, the cycles of nature. You're just as much nature as everything else is. So why would your process be different? Why would you not be going through the same process of ending and beginning? So I hope this was useful. Pile number 3, very, very intense pile, very, very intense reading. Thank you so much for joining. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And leave me a tip if you'd like to support my work. I'll leave a link down below for my PayPal. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be looking at the blocks to love for you. We're using the Santa Muerte deck. So if this is the deck that you have picked, this is your reading. So I've already pre-shuffled the cards for you and laid them out. You've got the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck energy. A lot of you guys, I feel like in this energy of almost like getting to know yourself again. There is this very strong like coming to terms with who you are, the choices you've made, the person that you've been, or you know what you've given to the world, like getting comfortable with all that you are. I just feel like that's the energy that you are in, pile number 4, and that has been the overarching energy right now of this time, even of this question, coming into this question. There could also be like again revisiting some of your decisions, looking at yourself, wondering how you can take better decisions. And like I said, there could be literally a decision that you need to make at this point. So let's get into the rest of the spread. You've got the Four of Pentacles as the foundation. I feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe at this moment operating out of fear, right? For a lot of you, I feel that it's almost like there is almost like this fear right now, and valid completely, because again, we're in the middle of a pandemic, right? We don't know what the future is going to be like. So this could be even just like wanting to protect your family through this. Like maybe that's just like the core energy, protecting your loved ones you're in touch with, loved ones you're not in touch with. I feel like pile number 4, you're feeling all of these anxieties. What if I never see this person again? What if they get COVID and I never see them? You know what I mean? There's all of these things that you're thinking about. It's almost like, and I feel like for pile number 4, straight up, so much clarity. I heard it so loud and clear. Holding on to the things they were and wanting them to remain the same is one of your biggest blocks to love. You've got the Nine of Swords in the past, right? You're moving on with something. It's almost like I feel like you're taking bodies to the other side. You're taking skeletons to the other side. So it's almost like for some of you guys, you could still be carrying some of those skeletons, right? You could still be carrying some of those skeletons. There's some past hurt that you're coming to terms with, right? I feel like some of you guys are still carrying that burden. But either way, I feel like you've taken a lot of that burden. You could also be someone, you're the person who again, like, you know, just like pile number 2, you're the one who understands all the trauma in the family or in the community, or suddenly like you're the one who's probably like the informal or the formal, maybe that is your occupation, therapist, or you know, just somebody whose emotional labor is very much used. And that's why you have all these stories, you have all these difficult stories that you've picked up from. And again, like I feel like just like almost put yourself second to these stories. Like if other people come to you with a story and be like, okay, like you're wearing a coat and like somebody needs a coat, but you only have one coat, and like, it's really cold, I'm dying, and you need it, like this and that happened, you'll be like, yeah, take my coat, without thinking, do I need a coat, like it's really cold outside, which I understand. So I feel like it's almost like, how do you maintain so I feel like you're just wondering right now, sorry, that sounds so confusing, but what I'm trying to say is that I feel like you're holding on to all those quotes that you've never got back, right? Like you're holding on to that idea, you're holding on to all the hurts in the ways in which that same energy was not reciprocal. It was not mirrored back to you. You were not given what you gave in this situation. And I think that's what hurts. That's what you're still carrying. You've got the Nine of Cups, right? This is what you want. This is where you want to arrive at. Nine of Cups. Self-satisfaction. Being the person that makes you happy. Being your own soulmate. Seeing yourself and that making you happy. Right? Not just in the mirror, but seeing your soul. I mean, yes, this is such a great soul and body to be born in. What a great lifetime. Right? Like to reach that point of what you want. But the Wheel of Fortune is holding you back, because I feel like you're meant to be there, but it's almost like right now there are changes in your life that need to happen. There's life that's happening right now. For some of you guys, this could be a dream trip that you always wanted. You're like, right, this summer I'm going to South America. This is the one. Or like this summer I'm going to this forest or whatever, like this is what you've been waiting for. Somewhere I'm moving somewhere. But I almost feel like the pandemic, life is stopping you because it's asking you to review certain things before you can go ahead, you know. So whether that's symbolically or like again like literally reaching another place. But I feel like life is right now making you deal with something, like waking up from a deep slumber. That's what it is. Like it's making you deal with the ways in which you felt like you may have just slept. Like a lot of people feel this way, you know. You one day you realize like, have I been sleeping through the rest of my life? Like how was I not aware of this in my heart? Like how was I not aware of the deep dissatisfaction inside? So it's almost like you're waking up. I feel like you're having a big, because I see that hope, reflection. That's what it says here. Hope, reflection. That's what you're doing. You're contemplating, you're thinking. Life is forcing you to stop. Life is compelling you to stop and look at yourself. Right? Look at the mistakes you've made. Look at the decisions you've made. What are the hurts you're carrying? Because you can't go on that 9 o'clock. You cannot go on this big, beautiful ship with these lovely cups here. Right? But carrying all of these skeletons with you. No, it's just not gonna happen. You need to leave this behind so that you can get on a bigger and better boat. But for that you need to do this, right? So instead of hating this time that you have, enjoy it. Begin to get in the flow. Eight of Pentacles. Go deeper with your work. Go deeper with your research. Even if that research is you, your body, even if that research is, you know, who am I? Right? Or if it's an external research, for some of you guys, it could also be, you know, somebody who does research for a living, PhDs, scholars. Wow, I don't know why. You guys could also be like doing research for politicians. For some of you guys, I'm hearing like that's like you're questioning yourself, but that's the right thing to do. There's a lot of moral questions. Again, so think about all of that. The Seven of Swords. Think about the ways in which you do not approve morally of the things you're doing. Right? Sit with that. Again, that's one of the biggest blocks to love, to want to maintain the things that the way they are. Because that could be, right, I'm questioning this morally, but I don't want to lose friendship with this person I've been working for because he's a brother and I've known him for so many years. But it just feels like this brother is making you do something wrong. So think about that. Think about that and question that. And let go of what no longer resonates with you, right? So if this brother does not want to come along on your journey, on supporting you for, you know, whatever, leaving if something is morally wrong or making you question yourself, even if it's something illegal, even if it's like an addiction, right? Substance addiction, behavioral addiction, I just feel like you may have to leave behind the conditions that create or encourage you to stay there. Right? So, and whoever comes with you is gonna, you know, let that inform the coming future, instead of trying to decide who can I keep and making a decision out of there, you know. Two of Wands. Right, so a perspective is changing. A perspective is changing in the near future. I'm gonna be looking at the situation a little bit differently. I do feel like that. I feel like you may be, you may begin to understand, and I really like, not just intellectually, but really understand, like, you know, emotionally where you're at right now, why you're here, and why you're in this, like, what's it called? Purgatory. Like you're in this, like, in this zone. You're in a zone. You're in a buffer zone. You're not really quite there or here. Like you can't go back to the past. You don't want to be there. You don't know what the future looks like, but you're in this zone of like discovering and just questioning everything. You've got the Justice in your environment. Yes, so again, big change in your life. I think pile number 3, was it pile number 3? Pile number 3 also got Justice in their environment, and I do feel like for a lot of people, I mean, obviously, whenever you're watching this reading, but I am shooting this like after 2 weeks after the Scorpio full moon. So I feel like for a lot of people there is, and this is a moon that is karmically balancing a lot of things out for a lot of people. And I feel like that's just the energy that surrounds you. The universe wants what the best is for you, so it might actually just uproot a lot of older structures, which might feel harsh, which might feel difficult. You're like, why did this person ghost me? But God is like, or the goddess is like, yeah, I mean, or the universe, whatever you believe in, is like, well, that was me, sorry, but they had to go, and the only way you would leave them is if they ghosted you, so I made them ghost you. So just, I don't know, that's what I'm feeling, right? Like, there's justice, the best things in favor of you are happening, and you need to believe that. Even if I sound ridiculous, even if it sounds ridiculous, even if your intuition is telling you that, and that intuition sounds ridiculous, trust it. And I feel like you're gonna soon start trusting it. You want to reach a point where you can make certain decisions. You want lovers. I feel like you guys are the ones that want like the most intense connection, sensual, spiritual, emotional, physical connection. You want your soulmate. You want you want a key, and that key, like I said, for some of you guys, blocks to love. Some of you guys could already be married, or like not in that zone of relationships, or not wanting that. But I feel like you want that key. You want the key to your heart. That is the desire. So you need to let this justice happen. You need to make those certain choices. The outcome is the 3 of Cups. I don't know why there's this strong feeling that your friendships are gonna activate soon. The best of friends. Like if you feel like you don't have those friends, maybe those friends are coming. Maybe those friends have arrived and will show themselves to you as, yes, we are your friends and we love you, and you're gonna feel that. Because you've got a lot of sharing here. This could also be a feast, a festival, or you feel like, wow, yes, like now I can share my feelings, or just finding comfort in knowing that I have wonderful, beautiful friends to get me through this ridiculous journey called life. And I feel like it's gonna fill you up with so much love and inspiration. Let's get some messages for you. Wow, pile number 4, very intense readings. Let's get some messages for you. Letting go, there you go. Pile number 4, I told you. Pile number 2 also got the same card. Letting go, something needs to go. Trust in the process of the universe, even if it's ridiculous. Trust in the fact that you have to let go of somebody, even if you like them, even if you thought they were wonderful, even if you had planned an entire future with this person in any capacity. You need to go. Gratitude. Yes. Gratitude for what you've been offered, the body that you have, friends that you have. And I feel that's an energy that's coming. Feelings. Dive deep. Feel it to heal it. Acknowledge, support. Yes, friendship. I told you, 3 here too. You have this. You have these people. You have these lovely friends. And you're going to feel it. If you've been doubting it, you're going to know. You're going to be like, yeah, that one's my friend. That one's also my friend. And I love them. Meditation for peace and serenity. Yeah, so try and get that 10 minutes a day yoga or meditation, cleansing body and spirit. Try not to look at your phone before you go to bed, and all such and such. Speak your mind, be honest, right? And see who stays, right? See who stays when you speak your mind. That's all I'm gonna say. So, pile number 4, I hope this was useful. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to leave me a tip, which I do insist, I would be grateful. If you'd like to leave me a tip, I'm going to leave my PayPal link down below. Thank you so much for watching. So much love. Mwah. Good night. Bye-bye.